Hello and welcome to Mining Review Africa, and we are at DRC Mining Week 2026, and right now I'm chatting to Papy Luzala, who's the Managing Director of VUKA Group RDC. Papy, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Gerald, for having me.
Okay, now for our audience, VUKA has an established footprint in the DRC thanks to DRC Mining Week, but talk to me about VUKA Group RDC, when it was formed and what are its objectives?
Thank you very much. Thanks again, Gerald, and thank you for allowing me to come to your studio today and discuss about VUKA Group RDC, and I thank also your viewers that are listening and watching us at this point in time. As you know, VUKA Group is a South African company that has been in existence for over 20 years, nearly 25 years, running different events both in South Africa and of course the rest of the continent. In the DRC, the company has been organizing the DRC Mining Week, which is pretty much the flagship event, not only for the mining sector, but also for the country for the last 20 years, even more, because this is the 21st edition of the DRC Mining Week. Since last year, because of our involvement within the economy of the DRC, it became relevant for us as a company or as a group to establish ourselves firmly on the ground in the DRC, and that's what led to the creation or the establishment of VUKA Group RDC, with the objective of us being much closer to our partners, the partners that we work with for over many years in the DRC, both within the private sector as well as the public sector. And of course, as you know, the DRC Mining Week has been endorsed for many years by the Minister of Mine of the DRC, with which we work very closely, even for this 2026 edition. And that's on the one hand. On the other hand, it's also from basically not only to be working close with the government or the public sector, but also the private sector. And again, with the private sector, we have a strong working relationship with the Chamber of Mine, which is part of what it's called in French, the Federation of the Fédération des Entreprises du Congo, FEC, which is one of the most influential business association, if you like, of the DRC. So VUKA Group RDC is really the entity that really brings us closer to all these partners. Some of them, of course, we've been working with them for many years, like the likes of the ministry, as well as the Federation or the Chamber of Mine within the Federation of Congolese Enterprises. That's one. The other reason is also for us as a company to expand our activities in other key sectors of the Congolese economy. As you would know, the DRC Mining Week it's been successfully run for over 20 years. So the idea is to partner with local partners here in the DRC, whereby we can leverage on our experience, our know-how, which we invested for over the years, organizing successful DRC Mining Week, to expand in other sectors like agriculture, transport and logistics, tech, or any other sector that are key for the Congolese economy. So this is pretty much, in short, what VUKA Group RDC is all about and why it's been established in the DRC.
Okay. Now, Papy, I understand that, VUKA RDC is not just running this operation on its own, and that you've established a strategic board. Tell me a bit more about this, and once again, what are the aims and objectives?
Thank you very much again, Gerald, for that question. The strategic board, it's pretty much relating to only the DRC Mining Week. In fact, the committee is called DRC Mining Week Strategic Board. The idea behind that, again, the show has been running for over 2 decades now in the DRC, and the establishment of this very important body, it's pretty much to guide the show to the future, so that the show can be firmly, how can I say, cemented, so to speak, on good ground in terms of the advisory role that this body will play going forward. And most importantly, the board is there to ensure that in the future or in the coming editions of DRC Mining Week, the themes that are chosen, the keynote speakers that will be invited to the event, really speak to the broader Congolese economic needs, because again, for the longest time that the show has been existing in the DRC, we're becoming very, very much relevant to the DRC economy, because it is the only show or the biggest show in the country that gathers some of the decision makers, not only from the DRC, for the region. So the body is made of so far we have about 8 members, drawn from different sectors, from the financial sector, from the advisory sectors, from the public sector as well. So, for instance, we have the Minister of Mine, who is represented by an advisor to the Minister. We have the Chamber of Mine, where we have the President of the Chamber of Mine, Mr. Bin Nassor Kasongo, who's representing the Chamber of Mine, which sits within the Federation, the FEC, the Federation of Congolese Enterprise. We have the CEO of Standard Bank RDC or DRC. She's also happened to be the president of the Banking Association of the DRC.
That's right.
So basically, the members that are there are actually members from different sectors and different industry with different background, bringing really expertise that is needed to guide going forward the DRC Mining Week, given the role that this important event plays within the Congolese economy, particularly for the mining sector.
Okay, let's step outside the event for a minute. Tell me about what was the reception from your local partners, etc., when VUKA Group RDC was launched?
Very good question. I think a lot of them were waiting for this moment, because for many years, VUKA Group, of course, we are a South African company. We've been, traveling and coming to the DRC to organize this important event in the mining sector. But I think now there is some form of the locals and the partners that are here, they're now relating more to the DRC Mining Week and of course to VUKA Group, because they now have a representative on the ground that is there for them to speak to and to engage with on a regular basis and throughout the year. So the reception has been good. In fact, as part of our strategy as a group, this was the first edition of the DRC Mining Week that was organized under the umbrella of VUKA Group RDC. Gradually, as we move forward, the goal is the VUKA Group RDC be the organ going forward organizing DRC Mining Week. Of course, it may take time, but we are pretty much in a transition time where we can see within 5-10 years or the years to come, VUKA Group RDC will be the organizer, so to speak, of the DRC Mining Week, as it has been the case for this edition, the first one that we're organizing under VUKA Group RDC.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. One final question, Papy. Obviously there's a lot of discussions that happen at DRC Mining Week. There's lots of experts that talk about, creating a mining value chain that benefits the country. Tell me, what is the role of VUKA Group RDC in ensuring that whatever is being discussed at this event is actually carried out after, the event has closed?
Thank you very much again, Gerald. As you may understand, our country, the DRC, is pretty much on a crossroad in its history. Why am I saying that? Today, the whole world is going through what we call the energy transition discussions. And as you know, most of the critical minerals that are needed for us, to sustain this new economy that we are in, that is driven by green technologies and so forth, you need minerals that are only found. Some of them are found not only in the DRC, some of them are found in the DRC, but not only in the DRC, found in the DRC, but they are found in the DRC in a big quantity, like cobalt, for instance. The DRC has over 70% of the global reserve of cobalt. We have other minerals like lithium and not manganese and other metals that are needed for the green transition. And that's all these discussions and all these developments really put the DRC at the center of the global geopolitical discussions today. And that is supported by major structural infrastructure projects like your Lobito Corridor, which are there, of course, to allow some of our major partners like the US and Europe to access the critical minerals that they need, to sustain the green transition that we are in. So all of these developments are elements that were covered during this DRC Mining Week, and a lot of these discussions and results of these discussions, so to speak, will feed into the broader global discussions that are taking place, where the DRC really occupies a center stage, as you know, when it comes to critical mineral discussions.
Absolutely.
Yes,
well, Papy, firstly, well done for the formation of VUKA Group RDC.
Thank you.
And I wish the company well on its future endeavors.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Mining Review Africa.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me, Ajara. Thank you.
Cool.